Back in the 1980s, feminists had a slogan that said, the sisterhood is powerful. And for a while, feminists really went along with this, and in the Green and Common camp, when they surrounded a American Air Force base in Britain to protest against cruise missiles being used there, it became part of their way of behaving, where they only had women protesting against this and kept the men away from it. But since then it's sort of died out really, somehow women haven't been able to make it work in normal life. But if we look at nearest relations in the ape world, the chimpanzee and the bono, we hear a lot about the chimpanzees as being the closest relation, but we don't hear a lot about the bono. And probably the reason is that the chimpanzee is basically very much a male-dominated ape, whereas the bono is very much a female-dominated ape. And the reason is because the bono has a very powerful sisterhood. In chimpanzee society, if a larger male comes along and tries to beat up or intimidate or bully a female, she's on her own. No one is there to protect her. But in bono society, if a larger male tries to bully or intimidate a smaller female, she gives out a distress call, and every female in the area comes to her aid and beats up the male and drives them away. So this sort of powerful sisterhood where women support and protect each other gives them the edge over males. So in theory, I mean, human beings should be able to do the same. But there's a thing about this, is that bono is also a very sexual ape. Bonos have been called the sisterhood of powerful ape, but also called the make love not war ape. And the reason is because in any disputes between different bonos, they end up coming together again through sex. So is this a viable idea for human beings? Well, it is interesting in the patriarchal society that not only are all patriarchal societies insist on marriage, so therefore it's one man with one woman, but also they have taboos against sex. So there's a taboo against a woman having sex outside of marriage, but also a taboo against homosexuality, which is interesting because bonos, when they when they come together again, and they actually fact it's not only between sex between men and males and females, but it's also sex between males and females and females. So it's a sort of same-sex relationships as well. So there's no real reason why patriarchal societies should ban homosexuality unless they fear, if you like, a lesbian sisterhood. Now, if you had a sort of lesbian sisterhood where women can bond together through sex, but also still have sex with men, so they're all bisexual, would it then be able to then create a very strong sisterhood for women? Well, to a degree this has been tried with hippie movements. The hippie movements had a sort of idea of love-ins where very free sexualities ideas, and it seemed to sort of work for a while, but trouble is the hippie movement also was very liberal in the drug trade taking, so what destroyed the hippie movement more than anything else was most hippies end up as drug addicts. So it actually might work. I mean, perhaps women could come together in communes, like you did have with hippies, and then basically learn to love women as much as they love men, because another problem with patriarchy is that women are sort of told to love men but not necessarily love other women. So if women could love other women as much as they love men, then it might help form a very strong sisterhood. So anyway, that is an idea out there. I mean, I'm not sort of saying that women should do this, but certainly if we want to have ideas about the sisterhood is powerful and form a powerful sisterhood, then perhaps the thing that would cement that sisterhood together would be a more liberal attitude towards sexuality. So therefore women can actually come together in a sexual way, but also still be able to, to have sex with men to have children. Anyway.